Hello, 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 and welcome back, beautiful YouTubers. This is your girl Debalo, and I'm back with yet another video. Thank you so much for joining yet again. And if you're new to the channel, please do click the subscribe button. It's been a while. It's been a while. Well, indeed, it's been a while, and the reason it's been a while is because it can get a little overwhelming, if you know what I mean. And sometimes you just need to take a step back, reset, and find yourself all over again. Remind yourself of the bigger vision and then get back to things. So that's exactly what I've been doing. But I'm back now. I'm in a much better space and I'm happy to be back. In today's video, we will be discussing the visa process. So I am discussing the visa process because I saw that there were some questions about the visa process, especially on the Facebook group. And that's where sometimes I get the inspirations for the videos. So we're going to be talking about the step-by-step process of the visa process. And I am going to be telling you how I almost didn't make it to South Korea because, yo guys, story is story, but I'll tell you later. Okay, so once you get to the visa process, you are nearing the final steps to get to Korea. You should be excited. It's not as stressful as the other parts, but it can be stressful, especially for me because I made the dumbest mistakes. But I'll tell you all about that later on. So here's what you need to do. Once you get to the visa process, it means that you have a contract with a school and you liked the school and you want to work with the school. So you're going to sign the contract and they'll send you some visa documents to also fill in. You'll complete those two documents, send a scanned copy. They will verify everything and then you will then get a thumbs up and you will send or post these physical documents to South Korea. The documents that you're going to send to South Korea are the following. You're going to need your apostilled PCC, apostilled degree, your visa documents that you've completed, 6 passport pictures, sealed transcript, signed contract by both parties, and you're also going to need to send a copy of your passport, the most recent passport. If you have more than one passport, make sure that it's the most recent passport. I say this because I made the big mistake of sending different passports to different places, so I'll tell you about that later. Right, so once they receive all those documents, they are going to then start the visa process. They're going to go to the immigration office in South Korea and apply for your visa here. It will take about, let's say, maximum 7 days. Maximum 7 days. For me, it took 5 days. They are a little bit quick, so it might take less days, but I'm not promising anything, right? So after those 5 or 7 days, you will get a visa issuance letter from your school. And this visa issuance letter is what you're going to submit in the embassy in South Africa. So once you've got that visa issuance letter, you are going to need the following documents for your visa process in South Africa. You're going to need the issuance letter, the contract. Make sure that it's signed by both you and the school. You're going to need your passport photos, 2, because now you need one for your visa document that you're going to fill in, as well as one for your chest x-ray document that you're going to get filled in by the doctor. And then you're also going to need to leave your passport there, the most recent one. I'm going to repeat that again. So you have now your issuance letter from South Korea that they've issued, they've accepted your visa they've granted your visa this side. And then you have your signed contract, you have your passport photos too, your passport, your physical passport, and your chest x-ray documents. So when it comes to the chest x-rays, there have been some little updated twitches to the process. Apparently now you need to get a document, and you're just not getting the chest x-rays and bringing them to the embassy, but you need a document filled in by your doctor. I think that was the process before, but there's something that was updated there. Anyway, the process is you go to a doctor, and it has to be under the list that they have. So go to the website of the embassy and check all the hospitals that they do accept chest x-rays from. I would suggest that you would go to the Prunkloof hospital that's right close to the embassy. That's where I went, and it was much easier because if there was something wrong with my documents, I just went back there, and it's just 5 minutes away from the embassy. So it's just a suggestion, but if you want to use another doctor, that's okay. So you get your chest x-rays, which are about first you go to a doctor. You get a referral letter to get chest x-rays, which was about 700 at Groenkloof Hospital. And then you get your chest x-rays, and that was about 1,000 to get the chest, 1.2 I think, or 1.1 to get the chest x-rays. And then after you've gotten your chest x-rays, you go back to the doctor that referred you, and they need to look at the chest x-ray results and fill in the document that you will get from the embassy site as well. So you need to get that document from the embassy site, and they will fill it in, and then you will take that to the embassy. All right, so a lot of people do get it wrong when it comes to that, especially when it comes to the document that needs to be filled in by the doctor. Make sure it's filled in by the doctor. It's signed by the doctor. It's stamped by the doctor with the hospital stamp. It is especially important that the document has the stamp of the hospital, not the surgery, because inside the hospital there are different surgeries, but they want especially the hospital stamp. So make sure that it is stamped by the hospital. So once you have all these documents, you submit them to the embassy, and you will wait. First they said 3 to 5 days, and then they said 5 to 7 days. So I submitted my documents, and I got a call after 3 days. But here's where the trouble came. What I did wrong when it comes to my documents was that I had submitted, I don't know how this mistake happened, but it's probably because my hairstyles are quite similar in the 2 passports that I have. I have 2 passports. I made a new passport because my documents were in my marital surname, and I didn't want any hassles. So I just got a new passport with my new surname included. And then I sent my old passport copy to the school. So when they registered my visa here in South Korea, it was in my old name. And when I went to the embassy, instead of submitting the very same passport, I submitted the new passport, which was a clash. So I had to start the whole process from scratch. Okay, right. So that's fine. Okay, so I did all that. It was my mistake, I get it. I messed up the whole process, and I had to start from scratch. So what I had to do is they had to start the visa documents with my new passport here, and then I had to wait another 5 to 4 days, and it took exactly 5 days this time around. And then I had to resubmit my documents now in South Africa again. So this is where the drama happened. I go to the embassy. I've submitted my other documents, right? I'm thinking that all they need now is the new visa issuance And just that, because I've submitted everything. They have my passport, they have my x-rays, they have this form that was signed and filled in by my doctor and everything, right? So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna get my visa issuance letter, and then we'll take off the pictures that I had there and paste them on the new documents and fill in a new visa document. I get to the embassy. I get to the embassy and I'm like, okay, hi, this is me. I made this and this and this mistake. So can I have my documents so that I can submit the right ones? Okay. So she looks for my documents. This lady looks for my documents. She looks for my documents. My passport is just lying there. It's just without the documents, and she's lost my documents. I'm trying to keep myself composed. Okay, gal, where are the documents? Well, where are the documents? She's asking me. I'm like, how are you asking me where the documents are? You have the documents. I left all the documents. How can you have my passport if I had not left all my other documents with you? And she's like, well, it was a favor in the first place that we've kept your passport for this long. 4:10. Gaga gaga gaga. What? Indlu yawa. Hey, gaga 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 is bamu. Where, guys? I lost it. I lost it, and I was asking for my documents. I want my documents. She was asking, she was now trying to print some of the documents for me, like the contract. She said she would print that out for me, and that I had to go back and get other pictures. And I was so mad because I had already done that. And the worst part is that I had to also go to the hospital and get the form filled again by the doctor. Hey guys, can I tell you that I walked out there with the security escorting me because I lost it. I lost my cool. And she was now taking my documents and saying that she'll submit them as incomplete as they were. Oh my gosh. Just talking about it takes me back to all the emotions. And now the other guy is in it and he's pointing at me, they're shouting at me. It's just a scene. I'm like, I want my documents, I want my documents. Guys, hey, 4:10. Like Indlu Yawa, it was that kind of situation. And they call the security and they're like, she needs to go. And I'm like, okay, now I need to cool down. I need to get my shit together because I'm about to lose the one thing that I've worked for such a long time. And I compose myself. I talk to the security. He escorts me and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get all the documents that I need to get and I'm going to come back here because this is the only embassy. Where else can I go? And he's like, well, there's another place where you can complain and whatnot and whatnot. And I also tried to call the emergency number, and guess who answers the call? Them. So like, I'm like, then what? Like, you know what? I was so mad. I go back anyway and I get all my documents together. I come back, and when I come back, they let me back in and I'm taking pictures of everything to show them that I'm taking evidence that I submitted everything. And well, the waiting period seemed like I waited for years and years and years because now I'm scared that they might sabotage my visa document process. I might not get it. They might deny it. I'm thinking all these things and I'm trying to stay calm at the same time. When I told my family this story, I could see in their eyes, they were like, hi, gal. You'll just have to find a job in South Africa then. And you know what? They didn't want to say it, but their eyes were saying it. But then after, I think, for 3 days, I called the embassy and I asked about my documents. And then the next day, or that very same day, they called back and they told me that my visa was issued and it was approved. Was I not happy? At first, I was doubting until I got there. And then they gave me the visa grant notice, right? And the picture, if I show you the picture, guys, you can see that they were just being spiteful. But anyway, I got it. And the picture didn't matter. I was so scared about the picture. When I sent it to my director, she was also like, oh, we'll see if they let you through the airport with that visa. But then it worked in the end. And now the visa issuance or the grant notice is not the same as it used to be. Apparently it used to be like a sticker that they put in your passport, but now it's a page that looks exactly similar to the visa issuance letter and the visa documents that you've signed. It looks similar to that, and it's a whole page. But when you get to South Korea, then they give you the barcode sticker in your passport, so you don't need to use that issuance, that grant notice wherever you go. Well, that is my story, guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope you won't make the same mistakes as I did. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making the video. It's been a while and I'm so happy to be back. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And please do tell me if you want an apartment tour. I can see that the reflection of my apartment is already showing. So you kind of like have the apartment tour already. But anyway, tell me if you want an apartment tour or maybe the job interview questions and answers that I did for the different schools that I interviewed for. Tell me what you'd like to see more of. And again, guys, thank you so much for the ongoing support. Love you so much.